Congratulations, we got your offer accepted. That's the easy part. Now it's navigating through what we call the escrow process. So first things first, we want to get the fully executed agreement over to your lender so they can lock in your loan rate and go over the final figures to make sure you're still comfortable with what might be your new payment based on your new mortgage amount. In addition to that, we want to factor in the property taxes and insurance. That way, you know what your full all-in monthly payment is. In addition to that, we're going to need to get the earnest money deposit, the good faith estimate, over to escrow within the first 72 hours of getting your offer accepted. Remember, that's generally going to be 3% of the purchase price that we went over together when we filled out your offer. That needs to be wired directly from the bank over to the escrow company, again, within the first 72 hours. In addition to that, I'm going to supply you with a couple of home inspectors that we generally use. Or if you have your own home inspector, we're more than happy to hire them too. We want to knock this out in the first 5 to 7 days. Generally, an escrow falls apart. It might be because of the property condition, because of what the home inspector finds. So we want to get on this as soon as possible. That way we know whether this is something you want to move forward with or not. The inspector's going to go on the roof. They're going to go in the crawl space. They're going to check out the major ticket items, foundation, electrical, plumbing, roof, windows. In addition to that, they're going to test the appliances. They're going to know anything and everything that could be a potential concern to you. It's going to be a long laundry list. So once we get that home inspection back, you read the report, I'll read the report, and then we can put our heads together and figure out what we would like to ask the sellers to either repair or replace, or to credit us a specific amount that we can go ahead and take care of the work on our own after the close of escrow. You can also get a credit to reduce the sales price or ask for a seller credit of $5,000 to $10,000 that will come from the sellers and be applied towards your closing costs. Therefore, you have less money out of pocket to wire to the escrow table at closing. In addition to the home inspection, I also like to go over the seller disclosures. We can either sit at the table or go over via Zoom, but these are all the documents that the sellers are required by law to fill out. The two common documents that I specifically want to see are the seller property questionnaires and the TDS, which is the transfer disclosure statement. These are the two documents that the sellers have to disclose anything and everything of material facts that you as a buyer would want to know. As an example, is it over an airport or a flight path? Do they have an angry neighbor who flies off the hook every other week? Does a window in the front bedroom not open? So anything that's not operable, there is a challenge with, the seller should disclose that, and I want to know about that. That way we can make our home inspector aware of it so they can go ahead and further evaluate it and note it on the report. So not only do we want to do the home inspection, we also highly recommend a termite inspection. We'll have a pest control company identify if there's any dry rot or termite infestations, and if they find droppings within more than 3 locations around the perimeter of the home, they may recommend a few options. This is negotiable, either a buyer expense or a seller expense. It's completely negotiable, and good thing for you, you have me in your corner to negotiate on your behalf. The other inspection I would highly encourage you to perform is a main drain line inspection. This is going to be from the house to the public sewer system. And a lot of times people have not redone that, and the piping could be small galvanized piping, and over time the hole starts to close up or crack. There's also trees and roots that tend to go through these pipes as well. So if the homeowner has replaced this at some point, then we're probably good. But if they haven't, what happens is that these main lines, they back up into the house, and that's what we want to avoid. This is an inspection cost of about $250. They're going to put a camera down the pipe to make sure that it's clear, free of debris, and not cracked, and that there's no future challenges that we should be concerned with. In the next video, we're going to talk about what we're going to ask if we do find any problems with the house, and what rights do we have, and that's going to be the request for repair list, and I'll get into that in more detail in the next video.